This is, we're going to go over the answers for your homework for tonight, September 23rd, and you are going to be estimating using subtraction with front-end estimation with adjustment. So here's our first problem, 6,346 minus 4,859. The first step, we're going to look at the front-end aspect, which would be 6,000 minus 4,000 is 2,000. The second part that we're going to look at is the 300 minus the 800. And this is a tricky one. 300 minus 800. And we did talk about integers today. And just think about our fishing trip with Owen and Alex in the ocean there to understand positive and negative numbers. So if we have 300 minus 800, the difference is 500. But we have a negative sign here, so it is negative 500. So what I'm going to do is take this minus sign or negative sign, I'm going to put it right here, right up here. And then my next step is to look at the 500. Is that closer to 0 or is it closer to 1,000? Well, 500 is closer to 1,000. So 2,000 minus 1,000 is 1,000, and that is your answer to number 1. Number 2 on your homework paper is not the tricky version of the subtraction front-end estimation with adjustment. This one is the first version that we learned. And the first thing we're going to do is look at the front-end aspect. 3,000 minus 1,000 is 2,000. Then we're going to look at the second number, which would be 700 minus 200. 700 minus 200 equals 500. 500, does it round, is it closer to 0 or is it closer to 1,000? And it's closer to 1,000. I'm going to put 1,000 there. But I've already done the first part and I've already done the second part. So now I can just add those two groups of numbers. 2,000 plus 1,000 is 3,000, and that is my answer to number 2. Problem 3 for homework. This is going to be a tricky one again. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the front end of each number. And this would be 8,000 minus 4,000 is 4,000. The next digit I look at would be 600 minus 900. And it's tricky again because the 600 is smaller than the 900. But the difference is 300, but it's a negative 300. So I'm going to take this negative or minus sign, and I'm going to put it right here. So 4,000 minus, and then 300. Does it round closer to 0 or to 1,000? Well, 300 is closer to 0. So therefore, it will be 4,000 minus 0, and the answer is 4,000. Number 4 in your homework paper, 7,284 minus 4,863. The first thing I'm going to do in the front end estimation, I'm going to look at the 7,000 minus the 4,000, which equals 3,000. The second digit, 200 minus 800. The difference is 200, the difference between 200 and 800 is 600. Notice the 800 is larger. The negative sign for it, so it's negative 600. I'm going to move this negative sign right here to be 3,000 minus something. I'm going to look at the 600. The 600 is closer to 0 or 1,000. 600 is closer to 1,000. Therefore, it's going to be 3,000 minus 1,000 equals 2,000. That is my answer to number 4. And the final problem for homework, we have 9,983 minus 4,172. We're going to look at the front end part first. 9,000 minus 4,000 is 5,000. Second number, I have 900 minus 100 is 800. Is 800 closer to 0 or 1,000? It is closer to 1,000. Therefore, I'm going to take the first number plus the rounded 800. 1,000, 5,000 plus 1,000 equals 6,000.